kitchen area is roughly in place now. So while that's roughly in place, I've started doing the sides for it as well. But then while I was doing that, I decided to start the overhead cupboards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through the kitchen and through into the seating area as well. I want it all in one, purely so I can use the sides also as to support it as well. As you can see, I've cut out there, the back, and also here at the front. So I'm going to have an L-shape cupboard, and I've gone for the 20 by 30mm battens. It's lightweight and it's quite secure. So what I've done is I've cut down some 2-metre battens. So I've got 2 at the front and the 1 at the back, and then I shall put supports in between like that. So that I'll have the rectangle frame at the front, and then this, then I'll have battens which then will support that. It's going to be screwed at the top where my joists are. I'll be fixing it there, here, and at the back as well. The back batten will be screwed to the wall, obviously to the main frame on the battens. So, and then on that, then I'll have in the kitchen seating area, I'll have 2 cupboards and possibly 1 cupboard in the kitchen area. So all good. So the main front frame is done now, and while I roughly had it in place, I marked where the kitchen side unit's going, so that I can use that then to determine where to put my struts along here and along the back piece as well, which will go against the back of the van. Because the wall batten support is slightly on the angle on the back of the van, I've had to cut the supports down at the same angle, so when that goes up against the wall, it's flat rather than angling down with the batten. So all good. So the overhead cupboards are semi-built now. So now I'm going to put the side unit in and fix them to the wall. So I've just put them in. I haven't screwed nothing in yet. I've cut the side down, and what I've done is I've put a support either side, so that's nice and tight in there. I've got a cut out at the back, cut out at the front, so that now is flush. One at the top as well there. So I haven't even screwed nothing in yet, and that is already solid. So using the work side of the kitchen to help fix it in place is definitely a good idea, in my personal opinion. Not one screw yet, and that is already solid. All good. Still, I've screwed all the front now onto the back piece, and I haven't even screwed it to the ceiling or to the wall yet, and it's that's solid, and it's only being held up by a sheet of plywood in the centre. So, and that's not even screwed on yet or nothing, that's still loose. What I'm going to do is, because you can't really measure properly in a van because of all the different walls, etc. I'm coming off my cladding, so I'll use my line of the cladding as my straight edge for the front. So at least then, if it's not straight, it's at least straight with the van and the wall, the ceiling, sorry. good. Am I the only one? Please don't tell me I'm the only one. Stores a load of screws in your lips and you still go down to pick another one up. So the way I've done the cupboards, because the ceiling is curved, I didn't want my cupboards end up opening on an angle in any way, because my main batten at the top is curved with the van. So what I've done is I measured either end, top to bottom, that end, and then down the bottom. I laid a little bit extra, put a piece on, got the mark for the shape of the ceiling, and then I cut it down. And what I've done is, as you can see, I marked 2 centimeters one end, and at the other end, straight edge, cut that back. So then all I have to do then is literally off my other piece of ply that's cut off, just cut them down, and I've left a mil gap just so the doors don't catch when they're open or closed. So I found it easier doing it that way. So there's loads of different ways. Some I couldn't get my head around, and I'd already built the frame anyway, so this is the way I decided to go for it, and it's all good. There we have 4 budget cupboards, and I like the fact as well that the grain runs along each of the doors, so the pattern will follow through rather than getting a mismatch of different grains going through. So they all join up nicely. Nice grain going through. All good. So I've done a quick price up. I've worked out actually how much it's cost, and the battens that I used, they were £2.89 each. There was 3 of them. The hinges were £1 each. The clasps were 50p each, and the plywood was £15 for a 2.4 by 1.2 metre sheet off Facebook the Marketplace. So I've used a third of that sheet, so it's a £5. It's cost me for all of the ply, all of the hinges and the clasps. That comes to £8, and the battens was £9. So in total that was £23 it's cost me. All the screws are what I had anyway for the build, so the actual cupboards, apart from the screws and obviously apart from painting it, which I'll be using the same paint as everywhere else, it's cost me £23. So not bad for 4 cupboards. So I hope the video helps. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, whether you like it or whether you don't like it. Feel free to tell me, I don't mind. See you soon, take care. So it's been a busy weekend. I managed to get the kitchen worktop done. I've got the sink and the tap in. I've also done a video on how I wired the tap and the pump together. That's in another video. So I've got that all complete now. Worktop's done. Most of the kitchen area is done. I've got the drawers which are over there. I took them out so I could do the electrics underneath, and they need painting and stuff as well. So I've got all that. The electrics are all boxed in now. I've ran it all where it needs to go, so I've managed to box all that in together. I've got the dimmer on there for the lights, my 5-gang fuse box, and I've got a kill switch there as well. So once I'm done, I can literally turn everything off. Yeah, I've done a video as well on the worktop on how I've done that. So I've got 4 cupboards in. I've got 2 above the kitchen and 2 above one of the sofas. I've also got the sofa boxed in and it's fitted now as well. I've still got to do the other side because I ripped them out because I wasn't happy with it. But now the kitchen and the sofa are all in one, so now I've got to do the other side to match it. Also painted the ceiling as well. So quite a bit done this weekend. I'm happy, all good.